Hello everyone, welcome back. In this part, we're going to talk about JavaScript arrays sorting methods. So let's say here we have simple array right here, which contains a bunch of characters from A to F, and then numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As usual, we create some variable and assign our array that to use our function, and then here we console log our variable. Now let's run first. Yes, here we got our items. Let's say this is not in this way. We have these combined and not in a sorting mode. So instead of this, we have this, which none of our alphabets and none of our numbers are in the sorted places. So if we run like this, you can see we got this type of printing. But if we use this .sort method right here and run again, you can see it's going to sort our array for us. And it's going to start from numbers and then after that add alphabetic orders for our strings. And it doesn't matter if any of this has any words and characters or there's just simple characters. If we run again, you can see again it's A, B, C, D. Actually, I have forgotten E right here. So we should have another E right here too. And now if we run again, you can see we have A, B, C, D, E, and F right here. But here, after sorting, if we print our array again, you can see it's going to be in sorted position. So if we want to sort and have that in some other way, but we want to keep this original array in this exact position, we're going to use our toSorted method right here. And if we run this, you can see here we have our unsorted array if we use this name, and we have our sorted one if we use our variable's name. After this, in some cases, we want to reverse the direction of our array. So we want this one to be our first item inside of our array, then this is the second one, third, fourth, and it's going on. And we want this one to be last one inside of our array. And to do that, we use our reverse method right here. And if we run, as you see, now we have this E in the first place, and it's going in this direction, this B, which is our last item inside of our new array. And again, we have the same thing for this method too. You see now the original array has changed, but if we use our toReversed method right here and run again, you can see our first array is just as it was before our function, but our new array is going to be reversed and obstructed. If we want to have descending order inside of our array, so we can use both of our sort method and then our reverse method after this. And by this, we should have the opposite sort and descending sort inside of our array, just as you see right here. Now let's say our array only contains numbers and not any other alphabets and strings or chars inside of itself. So here we have these numbers right here. Now if we run, you can see that we have our descending sort right here, and if we remove this reverse, we have this as normal sorting, which our first item is our lowest value and our last one is our highest value. But if we don't want to use this sort method, we need to use our math dot here, and then we put our dot, then we use this min right here, and then our apply right here, which you're going to learn why we use this type of methods, because these are importing from math library that we're going to talk about later. But here we can give our values to this. And for finding minimum, we need to give null as our first parameter and then our array as our second parameter. And now if we run, you can see that we got our minimum right here. And just like this, we can find our highest value with this max instead of that min. And now if we run, you can see that we got 5, which is maximum and highest value in this array. Now let's say here, instead of our numbers, we're going to have some objects here, which they have name right here. And then after this name, they're going to have ID after that. And let's say we have 5 of these, and the names are A, B, C, D, and E, and the IDs are in random order 3, 4, 5, 1, and 2. And now let's change these ones a little bit too, so we don't get those in right places. Now this is our array. And now if we use our array right here and our sort method right here and run, you can see here, we're going to have our arrays just as it was. And we haven't sorted anything right here. And in these type of things and problems, we need to use compare function. Let's first bring all of these in one line, and let's actually have another simpler function, array. So I can show you what are our compare functions. Let's say here again we have some random numbers right here, and then here inside of the sort we need to give our function. So we use this function keyword right here, and we give 2 parameters of A and B, for example, right here. And inside of our curly braces, we define our condition and how we want to sort these. And here we need to use our return keyword. And here we need to have A minus B right here, which this is going to give us 3 values of negative, 0, or positive, depending on the arguments and inputs that we get from A and B comparison by the sort method inside of our array. So if we use this and run, actually this should be array 2, and run here, you can see we got that array sorted just like this. And of course, if we use opposite of this, which is B minus A, we're going to have our descending sorted array right here. And just like this, we can use this kind of sorting to sort our function. But here, instead of only giving the A and B, we use what property of our object we want to sort with. So let's say we want to sort with our name. Here we use A.name right here and B.name. So here it's going to compare all of the names of our objects with each other and then sort them by that. And pay attention, in this type, we need to give only the values which they are numbered. So now if I run, you can see that we got not sorted array right here. But why? What's the problem? It's because we can't have this math thing going on for our characters and string. So what we use here should be our numeric values and not our string or other type of values and properties right here. So if we use ID here instead of our name and run our code again, you can see now all of our objects are sorted by our ID, which is right here. But if we don't sort them here, so let's remove our sort function from here and run our code, you can see how it was in the first place. And we can have this function of sorting to sort any type of objects that we want, but pay attention that we need to have numeric properties of our object to compare in this compare function. Please give a like and subscribe to catch next videos.